Welcome to this super class with Mr. Emmanuel Otuada. Today you will be learning about rotation and revolution of the earth. The earth is always moving. So today we'll look at how the earth moves, either in its axis or around its orbit. But first, let's look at the Earth's rotation. The Earth's rotation is a movement of the Earth around its axis. The Earth moves around its axis. And the axis of the Earth is made up of the North Pole and the South Pole. The North Pole is found at the top, and the South Pole is found at the bottom. Characteristics of rotation. Complete one rotation from west to east on its axis in 23 hours, 56 minutes, 4.09 seconds. That is roughly 24 hours. The Earth is always tilted in the same direction as it moves around the sun. The speed of the Earth's rotation at the equator is 1,670 km per hour. Effect of rotation. Occurrence of day and night. The Earth's rotation causes day and night. The part facing the sun becomes day, and the part backing the sun is night. This is because the part facing the sun receives light from the sun, while the other part backing the sun do not receive light, and that becomes night. So in the night there will be no light, and during the day we have light. This is due to the Earth's rotation. So you see, at night the sun's light disappears from the earth and the earth becomes dark. Another effect of earth rotation is sunrise and sunset.
Then it is
because the earth is moving, the sun, the moon, and the stars seem to move from east to west. So we notice that in the morning the sun rises in the east, and by the evening the sun sets in the west. This first movement of the sun is referred to as apparent movement or force movement, in which the sun seems to be moving, but it's not actually moving, but it is due to the movement of the earth round its axis. So each time you see the sun rise in the east and set in the west, it is not the sun that actually moves, but it is the earth that has moved through rotation. Also, the earth's rotation causes difference in time. Difference in time is caused by the earth's rotation. This is made possible because as one part of the earth receives light, the other part is dark. So when there is daytime in a part of the earth, the other part will be what? Night. So there's difference in time. Let's take a quick recap of the effect of earth rotation. We said it causes occurrence of day and night. It brings about sunrise and sunset. It brings Coriolis effect. The sun, the moon, and the stars seem to move from east to west. Centrifugal force. Rotation also causes difference in time. It also brings about the side of the earth. Now let's look at the earth revolution. Revolution of the earth is the movement of the earth around the sun in its orbit. The earth moves around the sun in a particular path. That path is called orbit. The speed of the earth rotation is about 29.8 km per second, or it is also equivalent to 1 lakh km per hour. So this is the speed of the earth as it revolves around the sun. Earth takes about 365 days to make one complete revolution round the sun. Effect Earth revolution. The Earth revolution brings about seasonal changes. It also brings about inclination of axis and seasonal changes, perihelion and perineal positions, creation of heat zones around the earth. Next, we will look at eclipse. Eclipse is a partial blocking of sunlight from the earth. It occurs when the moon comes in between the sun and the earth. This prevents the sunlight from getting to the earth, and the earth becomes dark. Solar eclipse is a type of eclipse in which the moon comes between the sun and the earth, casting its shadow on the earth. The umbra is a smaller shadow, while the penula is a larger shadow. So you can see the penula and the umbra, which is the shadow of the moon cast on the earth. So you can see we have different types of solar eclipse. We have total eclipse. This occurs when the entire central portion of the sun is blocked. We also have partial eclipse. Here, only part of the sun is blocked. Only a small ring-like sliver of light is seen from the sun's disk. This is because the moon blocks the light from the sun, and this prevents it from getting to the earth. In partial eclipse, which is known as the half moon, in which the sun is blocked by the moon, a partial sun rays is received by the earth. It's been an intriguing time on this class. See you next class. Bye.